Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. This is the next in the series of the Entrepreneurial Minute. What's your biggest surprise as an entrepreneur? What do you think it is? You've had that cush corporate job, and now you're going to start in business for yourself. What do you expect your biggest surprise is going to be? Do you think it's going to be that the customers aren't going to come as easy as you thought they would? Is it going to be that you didn't think you were going to be working 12 hours a day because you got to sell during the day and do the work at night? What do you think what the biggest surprise is? Well, with most clients, and we've got a lot of clients that are small businesses starting out, for those people, the biggest surprise is they spend all their money and they still owe tax, and it drives them crazy. Well, why is that? So the biggest tax that they don't think about is Social Security and Medicare. It's called self-employed tax when you're self-employed. So when you have to pay 15% of your profit for Social Security and Medicare, that's a big chunk of money. There are a lot of small businesses where the only tax they pay is Social Security and Medicare because they run their business, they make a profit, let's say $50,000. They spend that on living, their house payment, their kids, all of these things. So they spend all that $50,000, and maybe they don't really owe any income tax. But all of a sudden, they look at their tax return and they owe 15% of $50,000. That's $7,500 that they weren't counting on. So when you go into business, you need to get some really good advice at the front end. I've been working with a number of clients where we have taken their business the way they see it and given them a number or a percentage that they can contribute to tax regardless of how they do. So I have one client who expects to make about $250,000 this year, and she has very few expenses. So she's going to be paying self-employment and income tax on a part of that money. So we took all our expenses, we evaluated it, and we said for every dollar you collect, you need to put 11% aside, and that's going to cover your tax bite at the end of the year. So now the jury is out. Is she going to do that? If that doesn't leave her enough to live on, then she'll probably spend some of that money. But the reality is she'll get down to the end of the tax year and owe some money. So to avoid that big surprise, do some planning up front. You have two kinds of taxes. Well, you have many kinds of taxes, but as it relates to this, Social Security, Medicare, called self-employment tax, and income tax. If you need help in that area, we can help you. Thanks.